Hello and warm welcome to Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, where your dreams are our mission. This is Yatharth here. And today also we are going to talk about various different current affairs. In the last lectures, we have talked already about the 3D printing. We also talked about the poverty and multidimensional poverty. Then we talked about the supernova and Lake Titicaca. In this lecture, we will be talking about few more GS1 related issues, such as the South China Sea, and furthermore, we'll talk about various different things. So let's see one by one. So China is building air base on disputed South China Sea island. So very repetitive theme in prelims. Earlier also question has come in 2022. Alright, the question came for different islands, but the option mentioned China. Okay. So China appears to be building an airstrip at a disputed island in the South China Sea, which is also claimed by Taiwan and Vietnam. So especially the countries in South China Sea, so the countries of the South China Sea should be on your tongue along with the map. Okay, do not try to make a very detailed map. Keep the details less, but keep the shape raw. It's okay. Okay, but try to position them correctly. In the last lectures, we also saw the mapping of Armenia. We saw which countries are nearby. Okay, so keep track of all these things. So the new airstrip is being built on the Triton Island. This is important, the name, and is nearly 2000 feet long, which is long enough to accommodate turboprop aircraft and drones, but not fighter jet or bombers. So just remember the name, Triton Island. Alright. So work on Triton Island in the Paracel group. So please remember this detail that this island is a part of the Paracel group. So mirrors construction on 7 human-made island in the Spartley group to the east. So this was the exact option that came in 2022, that these islands are human-made islands, which are equipped with airstrips, docks and military systems. So they are on the Spartley group. China seized full control of the Paracels from Vietnam in a brief 1974 naval conflict. Beijing has militarized several islands in the sea, including the Woody Island, which hosts a near 9,000 foot long runway for its naval and air force assets. So which 3 islands we have talked about? The Paracel group, the Spartley group, as well as the Woody Islands. So in Paracel group, we are talking about the Triton Island here. So let's talk about these islands. Triton is one of the major island in the Paracel group and sandwiched between the coast of Vietnam and China's island province of Hainan. Though Vietnam and Taiwan have laid claims to the archipelago means a group of various different islands of some 130 coral island and reefs spread over 5,800 square miles. China has treated the South China Sea areas as its own since the 1970s. So because of its expansionist policy and one China policy. So China has been seeking to shore up its vast territorial claims over virtually the entire South China Sea by building island bases on coral atolls nearly a decade ago. US Navy has regularly undertaken freedom of navigation operations near the Chinese-held islands since 2016. Triton was the focus of one of those missions in 2018. So this can be a retaliatory measure from the China versus the USA. Okay, so let us study some islands in the South China Sea, as I made you aware of the positions. So first of all, let's see where is China. So this is China. So we'll go clockwise. So when we go to clockwise, we first encounter the Taiwan. All right. Okay, moving down, we encounter the Philippines. Moving down, we'll come here towards the Indonesia, Brunei, Malaysia, Vietnam. So this side we go towards the Myanmar and Laos, Cambodia. All right. This side Singapore, Malaysia. All right. So here we meet these islands, this Parasol Island, of which part is Triton Island. The Parasol, then there are is Scarborough, and there is Spratly. So Spratly, it has made various military bases. The China has military bases here, and there are human-made islands also. So this is the center point of the South China Sea, this Spratly Islands. But Parasol Island are closer to the China and Vietnam both. So they fall between here. Okay. So let's move forward to the next news. There's another location, the Sulina Channel. So what is the Sulina Channel? Let us see. And what is its importance? So the Danube Delta. So Danube is a river. We'll talk about this river. Has provided Ukraine with an alternative passage for its grain after Russia withdrew from the Black Sea grain deal last month. So where is Black Sea? We'll see. The deal, brokered by the UN and Turkey, used to provide safe passage for cargo ships carrying grain from Ukrainian Black Sea ports of Odessa. So these are basically name of Black Sea ports or sea in the ports in the Black Sea. But Russia has, let's say, stray apart from this deal, and now Ukraine has to have a passage. So which channel from the Danube River has provided such passage to Ukraine? Sulina Channel. So Ukraine, often called the bread basket of Europe. This term is very important and can be used in the answer writing also. This is a major theme for the mains this year, that food reliance, okay, global food reliance in this century. So Ukraine, often called as the breadbasket of Europe, is among the world's biggest grain exporters, with its economy heavily dependent on the agricultural exports. Okay, so primary economy. Let us see about this Danube River further. So its origin is here near the Black Forest in Germany. You must have eaten the ice cream Black Forest. So that the word comes from here. Okay, and it runs to this side towards the east, goes down from here, Hungary, Budapest, Belgrade, Bulgaria, here, and it goes towards the Black Sea. The one thing you remember, these names may seem little confusing, like Budapest, Belgrade, or Hungary. All right. So we recently also talked about the Bolivia. So remember that Bolivia is not in Europe; it's in the South Americas, near Peru, where Lake Titicaca was situated. Okay, let's move forward. Let's learn about this Lake Danube. So crossing through 10 countries and draining some 8,17,000 kilometer square area and the territory of 18 countries, the Danube is the most international river in the world. So please remember this fact. Flowing from Germany's Black Forest to the Danube's delta in Romania and Ukraine and the Black Sea, the Danube is Europe's only major river which flows from west to east. Okay, from central to eastern Europe. The Danube is the longest river of the European Union and Europe's second longest after the Volga River. The Danube River is approximately 2,850 kilometers long. Furthermore, the European Commission now recognizes the Danube as the single most important non-oceanic body of water in Europe. Okay, this is very important. And a future central axis for the European Union. So you can use this in your answer writing. Major tributaries of Danube include the Sisa, Rava, Sava, Inn and Prut rivers. So name, here's a table that I've created. I'll send this in the group also. Danube River. Location is Central and Eastern Europe, approximately 3,000 kilometers long. Source or origin is Black Forest, Germany. And mouth is Black Sea near Sulina, Romania. So this Sulina channel we are talking about. Countries flowing through as Germany, Australia, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova and Ukraine. Okay, let's move further. Major tributaries we have seen in Drava, Sava, Sizza, Morave, Prut. Historical significance. So vital trade route, all right, and culture connector since ancient times. It marked the northern border of the Roman Empire. So several cultural and natural sites along the river are recognized as the World Heritage Sites. And modern challenges are pollution, dam construction, habitat destruction. So very common modern challenges which every water body is facing. Okay. So this is the end. This is Sulina channel and it drains into the Black Sea finally. So this is the fact you must remember. Okay, from the Ukraine. So Sulina channel is situated in the eastern part of Romania near the town of Sulina. It's not in Ukraine, sorry. It connects the Danube River to the Black Sea, providing a direct passage for ships traveling to and fro from the river and the sea. Sulina is situated at the mouth of the Danube. The channel is a distributary of the Danube River with total length of 71.7 km. Okay. So what is the route of the alternate path? That means what is the news basically? How Ukraine has found path through this channel. So ships carrying grain from Ukraine leave from Ukrainian ports such as Izmail and Reni on the mainstream or the Chilia channel and head to the port of Sulina at the mouth of the Sulina channel. From there, they head around 140 kilometers south to Constanta, Romania's biggest seaport. Here, the cargo is transferred to bigger ships carried out of the Black Sea into the Mediterranean through the Bosphorus Strait. This strait is very important. Please note it down that this connects the Mediterranean to the Black Sea, and this route is under constant surveillance and protection of NATO. All right. So this overs our mapping region mapping section for this lecture. Well, let's see about the Methi Pangals. So over the last 3 months, as the divide between the Kukizo and Methi communities become entrenched, Methi Pangals, what are these basically? The small percentage of Methis who practice Islam. Okay, they have remained a neutral community, largely living in areas between Methi and Kukizo settlements. So you must have all heard about the Manipur issue. So in the Manipur issue, just add a line that Methi Pangals are also there. So who are these? They practice the Muslim religion or Islam. Okay. So ethnic conflict that broke out on May 3 has contributed for over 100 days now. More than 150 have been killed in the violence, 100 more injured, and tens of thousands of people internally displaced. Okay. So this line you just add simply. Okay, let's come to the next news now. So the next news is megalithic site found in Kerala. We'll see about it. So a large number of megalithic headstones were found from a single site, megalithic site, during a recent archaeological salvage excavation conducted by the State Archaeology Department. So the important part is where? Okay. So Nagamparamna in Kutipuram village near Tirunavaya. This is important, Tirunavaya. Alright, in the district. Headstones, popularly called Thopikaldu in Malayalam, are hemispherical latrine stones used as lid on burial urns during the megalithic period. So two things which are important from here. One is the name of the site. So site you will call Tirunavaya. Alright, and second thing is what are headstones. So these are megalithic. These are lids used on burial urns. Burial urns during the megalithic period. So these two things you have to remember. So archaeologists say it could arguably be the largest number of headstones in an unprotected site in the state. Many headstones are feared to have been destroyed inadvertently. Inadvertently means, let's say, unmindfully. Okay, by the local people in the recent times. Some of the local people say they had no idea about the archaeological relevance of the headstones and many were destroyed when they cleared their land for house construction. So not of much use. A very similar thing happened in the IVC sites also. A large number of earthen urn and iron implements with unique features were found which could, so please remember this iron implements, alright. So this was present in the megalithic period, which could ostensibly throw light on the life and culture of people who lived in those parts more than 2000 years ago. Okay, so even when demanding the preservation of the archaeological site, they say Tirunavaya deserve a heritage status. Please remember the name of the site. The government should consider the historic significance of the Tirunavaya on the banks of Bharatapuzha. Puza usually means a river. There are many similar names in Kerala like Alapuza. Declare it as a heritage village. Okay. So let's see about this site, Tirunavaya. So it is the land of ancient Mamankam. It is situated on the banks of Bharatapuzha river. It is a place of historical importance. In older days, Mamankam is a grand assembly of rulers which was held once in 12 years here. Alright, so this is important. What this can come directly into prelims. That what was this? Mamanakam. Okay. Let's see now what are these megaliths. Mega means big. And lith means stone. So a megalith is a large stone that has been used to construct a prehistoric structure or monument, either alone or together with other stones. Alright. Megaliths were constructed either as a burial site or commemorative non sepulchral memorials. Commemorative means basically to keep a memory of a community together by some form. The former are sites with actual burial remains, such as delmonoid site cysts, box shaped stone burial chambers, cairn circles, stone circles with defined peripherals, and capstones, distinctive mushroom shaped burial chambers found mainly in Kerala. Okay, the urn or the sarcophagus contained the mortal remains was usually made of terracotta. The terracotta was like hardened clay. Non-sepulchral megaliths include memorial sites such as menhirs. So non-sepulchral megaliths include memorial sites such as menhirs. In India, archaeologists trace the majority of the megaliths to the Iron Age. So this is important and worth noting that megalithic period is correlated to Iron Age. 1500 BC to 500 BC, though some sites precede the Iron Age, extending up to 2000 BC. Alright, but megalithic culture is largely associated with the Iron Age. Megaliths are spread over the Indian subcontinent. The majority of megalithic sites are found in peninsular India, concentrated in the states of Maharashtra, mainly in Vidarbha region. Maharashtra has many regions, Saurashtra, Vidarbha region. So Vidarbha, it is talking about Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. Let's see some sites here. Just a second, let me change the pen color. Okay, so this is Burza home site. This is megalithic site. Please remember all these sites and their locations. This is a Mehergarh site in Pakistan here. Alright, Bhimbetka caves, they are in Madhya Pradesh. Then there is Mahagarh and Koldhava. Chirand is a very popular site. Dauli Halding, Kolkata, there are sites in Kolkata. Then beneath the rivers Narmada and Tapi, there are some sites such as Mumbai has some sites. And Imaungaon, this is also mentioned in NCRT. So this please read especially. Then there is Hangsi, very important site in Karnataka. Halur and Adicharankur. This is also very important site. I'm not sure, but it was one of the first discovered sites. There is Brahmagiri and Piyampalli. Piyampalli is also very important site. Alright, so please remember these names. Also remember the period. So period was Iron Age. Okay. Let's move forward. Let us see the types of the megalithic structures. So one type is stone circles. Stone circles are commonly called as cromlech, a word in the Welsh language. The English word cromlech is sometimes used in that sense. One is dolmen. A dolmen is a megalithic structure found by placing a large capstone on two or more support stones. Alright, it looks like this. Forming a chamber below, sometimes closed in on three sides, often known as a tomb or burial chamber. These are dolmen. One is cist. Cist is a small stone-built coffin-like box or ossuary used to hold the bodies of the dead. Burial are megalithic forms very similar to dolmen in structure. These type of burials were completely underground. Alright, so please remember about the cysts, they are completely underground. They were single and multiple chambered cysts. Alright, moving further, there are monolith. Any single standing stone erected in prehistoric times is known as monolith. Sometimes synonymous with megalith and menhir in later periods. The word monolith is likely to be used to describe single stones. Mono means single. Capstone style, single megalith placed horizontally, often over burial chamber without the use of support stones. So sometimes what will happen, a question will come like, let's say what these words, dolmen, capstone, cyst. So these are related to which period? Okay. Megalithic period, Neolithic period, Chalcolithic period, etc. etc. So the answer will be Megalithic period. In the sites, you must map and especially remember the sites of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. They're very important. And remember some big sites, Bhimbetka, etc. Alright, Burzam was also to be remembered. So see the features of these period and these sites. Alright, so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Keep studying and keep growing. This is Yatharth here signing off. Thank you very much. See you again.